Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am finally getting around to paper matting this album base that I had made with you guys in March from my Scrappy Christmas Craft series. So I've been trying to do video tutorials every month and paper matting, but they do take a lot longer, and that month I just didn't get a chance to do the paper matting part. So we are going to be doing it today. You guys saw the project share in a Christmas theme, but for the paper matting video, so you guys have the measurements, I'm going to try to use up this paper pad that is called the Avenue by Recollections. It is like a copy of the Jen Hadfield, the Avenue collection. So I do have like a couple of sheets from the Jen Hadfield one as well with some cut aparts, but this is the collection that we're going to be using. Now, I do not have the full collection anymore. I did use some of it. I don't know how many pages I have in here, but we are going to try to use that up and as much as we can to paper mat this album. So I'm going to have the link to the original Christmas album that I did make down below, and the cutting guide is now updated as you guys are watching this video. So I'll also put down the tutorial down below, the first part, and where you guys could get the cutting guide, and that will be updated to now have this paper matting video as well. So if you guys want to make your own, you could print out that cutting guide, you could use it on your phone, have it on your iPad, whatever you want, and follow along. There are QR codes on that and links, so you could use either or for each part of the video that's on there. And all the measurements that you guys would need to cut everything for the base is on there. I do not do a cutting guide for this part of the video, the paper matting part, but if you guys want the cutting guide from the original tutorial, that's there as well. All right, so you guys, let's get started because we have a lot of work to do. All right, so I'm gonna just take out these pages for now. So I took out the pages because I'm gonna work on these first, though I may want to decide on my cover, which I'm already thinking it's kind of gonna be this pattern right here. So maybe, let's just try to figure that out real quick actually. So, oh, I have some Jen Hadfield, the Avenue stickers, I guess from this collection as well. I'm gonna put that aside for now. We got some scraps here that we might be able to use. And here is some cut aparts that we are definitely going to be using, and I gotta figure out which cut apart is going to go on the front cover here. So it might either be Love Lives Here or Less House More Home. However, I think I do have a 4x6 cut apart from the Jen Hadfield version of this collection. Oh, okay, not a 4x6, it's just a really big one. Live What You Love, or It's So Good to Be Home. This one, the So Good to Be Home, might actually work because we can cut him down. Yeah, I think I actually might do that, and maybe with this background, I think I like that. So I'm gonna keep those two papers on the side so I don't use those for now, and I'm gonna keep these other cut aparts on the side as well. I'm gonna go through some scrappies, see what we have for even the pocket down here. Like, this is too small, but I can add some gold, but no, I don't think so. I think this might be a better fit elsewhere. Let's see where else we could fit that scrap. Look, maybe right here. On this pocket right here. Yeah, on the top layer. I like that. I even like it with the words. So I'm going to do this piece right here. This is on page, I think this is page 3 in the album. All right, so 6 7/8 by 2 5/8 is what I'm gonna need. So I'm gonna cut down a piece. Okay, this is a little shorter than 2 5/8. Yeah, so this can use a little bit of gold on one of these sides. All right, so I cut a piece that measures 6 7/8 by 1/4. And I'm thinking he's gonna go right up here. I think that looks great, just like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and paper clip that. All right, going back to other scraps that I wanna use up. I don't love this page, but I wanna use it somewhere where maybe you're not really gonna see it too much. Like maybe something back here. This is page 1, 2, 5. This is page, no, I think this is page 6. Or in my album it's page 6. So I could get the height here. This is gonna be good. So this piece is gonna measure 6 inches by 6 5/8. All right, we got 6 inches, 6 5/8 by 6 inches tall, and this should slide in right here. There we go. Just trying to use up all my scraps first, so I know we're a little bit all over the place, but this is how I craft, you guys. All right, this piece I like, and he could actually fit right up here on this pocket up here. So he's gonna be 3 3/8 wide, and he is 1 3/4 tall. So he's gonna fit right here perfectly. We have this larger piece. This guy, I think I want him here on this piece. So he's gonna measure, this next piece is gonna be 1 7/8 tall by 3 3/8 wide. Okay, so he's gonna go right here. And then I probably want something more colorful down here at the bottom, and this bottom piece is going to be 2 1/8 by 3 3/8. But I don't know if I have a scrap for that right now, because I want something more colorful, so it does not look like I do. So we'll have to come back to that later on. All right, let's go back to page 1, and I'm gonna start cutting pieces for this. So these pieces are going to measure 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. So 3 1/2 wide by 3 3/4 tall. Okay, so this one will fit right here. And I need a bunch of these. I might do the insides with solid. I haven't decided yet, but I do want to decorate all the outside pieces first. This one will fit. So 3 3/4 tall by 3 1/2. All right, the rest is just like minimal scraps. So I'm going to go with some full pages now. And that's not to say that we're not going to use any of these. We might still use some of them. But for now, let's do what we can. So I do want to bring in this paper somewhere inside. I know it's going to be the cover, but I love this paper. So I do want him on the inside somewhere. And I think I want him on the bottom pocket here. Maybe, maybe not. You know what? I'm gonna put him on this page that opens up. So this page This is the one that flips open, and it's gonna have the angled pocket on the inside, the double angled pockets. So this piece is going to measure 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. Okay, so this one is gonna go right here. And I don't know if you guys remember, but there's a gusset up here that is actually gonna go like that. So this will fit perfectly. It's not like I have all that extra black space. I mean, there's enough for a border, but it's not like a ton of extra black space. Okay, so I'm gonna put that piece aside. Ooh, I like this one to go on the bottom of that. And this other piece might be the same measurement. So 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. I just have to remember that I need to add a magnet there. But I like that. That looks pretty. So I think that was page 3. Oh, I like this paper too. I'm trying to figure out what paper to do on the bottom here. Which we might do, oh, maybe we'll do this one. All right, so this piece down here needs to be, for this pocket, or this flap, I guess, is 2 3/4 by 6 7/8. Okay, so that's gonna be this flap here. And I like how that has some addition of gold there. I actually might change this butterfly paper, I think, to be on the inside here. And then we're gonna end up cutting him a little shorter. So for now, I'm gonna leave him like that in case I change my mind. But I don't know if I like that with this paper. This is gonna flip open. I could do a solid here, but I'm probably gonna do this piece underneath there is what I'm thinking. And this piece is gonna be a little bit bigger. I'll probably do a solid up here, but this piece down here is gonna be 2 7/8 by 6 7/8. All right, so that piece is gonna go right there. Okay. All right, I think we can move on to this page. So this page is gonna have this page on the other side, so I don't wanna do the same pattern, obviously, but I want something that kind of matches. And I'm thinking maybe this piece. All right, so for the back here, I'm gonna need a piece that measures 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. So I'm gonna do that in this paper right here. That's gonna go in the back there underneath that belly band. And then this flips open. So I think, I didn't realize that at first. I could either do the same paper, I think that would look nice, or let's try to tie in another paper I might have. Ooh, look at that, guys. This fits perfectly. This scrap right here. So yeah, we're gonna use this scrap right here. Just trying to see which way I want it, and I think I want it to go this way. Or we could do this on the bottom. And this piece, I think, is a 3 by 4. Yeah, so 3 inches by 4 inches. All right, so I don't know if I love this combination right now, but I don't know, maybe I would like it better if we flipped this. I might like that a little bit better just because this is like coral and then coral down here, but then it's flowers and flowers. So I don't know, we might change it later on. I don't think there's anything else I could have for these flowers though. I mean, I guess I could do something else here, but, and then I guess we could do the flowers on this next page. We could try maybe that, and this page, yeah, so maybe. So let's see if I could find anything else for that. And the only other thing I'm thinking, you guys, is to do the same exact, no, I don't want to do the same exact paper. No, 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 that's not gonna look cute. Oh, what if we do a cut apart here? Like, but that's flowers again. If I do the Home Sweet Home, then I have to change this paper too, because I don't like the white and the off-white next to each other like that. Ah, what about this one? And then we could cut up this page, and it ties in some of the flowers. I think we're gonna do that, you guys. And that'll be a good way to use up this large sheet that I wouldn't otherwise know what to use for. So this again is going to be 4 7/8 height by 6 7/8 wide. So I need to figure out like how to cut this. So 6 7/8 wide, which is going to be like around here. So I have my finger down here, kind of where I want to cut. So we're going to cut that off and make that 6 7/8. Okay, and then 4 7/8 is not going to have too much of the flowers, but it is going to have some. So this now can fit right here. Okay, and I think that looks better. So this is what the two like pages would look like side by side. So I do think that looks better now. This was page 1, page 2, page 3, and obviously we still have more work to do inside there, but I'm trying to get all the bigger pages out of the way. So now we have this, and we just came from a bunch of coral, so I'm not sure I want all that coral there. But because this is a front page, you see this is the back page, page 6. Because this is like on the outside, I'm kind of wondering if I should just switch this with this, and now he's too short, so no, we can't do that. But I don't know if I want that on the outside anyway. I might just do that on the inside here, because he's not my favorite paper. All right, but if we're not doing, I like the coral though. I do. All right, let's try to see what goes with that. And you know what? We have all these scraps now that we can use. And this is the mirroring page to this. So these would kind of be facing each other. I'm almost wondering if one of these coral pieces will fit on this pocket to tie in some of that coral. Haha, look. We could tie in some of the coral and the flowers. And it's the perfect height. so we're just gonna cut him down. It's already 6 7/8 high, and then this pocket needs to be 2 7/8. So I'm gonna cut that down. All right, so this pocket is covered. Okay, so those will kind of mirror each other with the coral, but again, we still have to figure out the other parts of the paper. And I'm thinking this green one on this side, and then this is gonna get covered up with some kind of cut aparts. No, so I don't want the green actually, because I'm thinking the large card cut apart is gonna go in this pocket. Live what you love. See, that doesn't really work either. That's gonna have to go elsewhere. I gotta think, you guys. I like this. I like that a lot. I'm not loving this. Maybe we should change this to like a blue background instead of this one. Because there is another blue in here, but really not much. We could do blue and green though, and I could make this a cut apart page also, because it's like the front part. I'm gonna put this piece on the side for now. I think I'm gonna go with the blue. So again, that's gonna be 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. So I'm gonna cut out this piece right here. All right, so this is 4 7/8 by 6 7/8, and that would be a nice cover page right here. All right, but then this other page does not really match, which is okay. We're just gonna have to figure out what else to put there, but I do like that green that I pulled before. I think the green is gonna look really nice here, just tied in, especially on this side. So I think this is another 4 7/8 by 6 7/8 piece. It is. So I'm gonna cut that. Alright, so that's gonna go right here. Oh, I like this. That looks really pretty. I don't like the mirroring page, but we're gonna figure it out. So the mirroring page, I'm gonna take this off. I think I'm gonna do this piece right here again. Have this scrappy that we can tie in some of the blues from there, but I also want to see what else I have here, because ooh, okay, we have this blue. Oh, so you know what, we're gonna do something else actually. I don't think we're gonna use that wood green, but we're gonna use this page and this one. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out which side. All right, so this flap needs to be 3 3/8 by 6 7/8. So I'm gonna use this paper. All right, so this one I'm gonna put right here. And then maybe this piece we'll put like in the center here where it kind of separates. And then I forgot what this piece is. This one is the pocket right here. 2 7/8. Okay, so that's 2 7/8 by 6 7/8. Perfect. All right, so I think that looks much better than what we had before. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that little strip there though underneath. I might not. We might just put something else there when we go to figure out the rest of this. And this back page needs some love. I might get rid of that piece altogether, but I do want to start figuring out the insides, I think now, and I want to use this house paper because well, this is supposed to be a home themed album and I feel like it needs some house paper in there, so we gotta use that. Those can wait. This heart we probably won't use. Oh, we could use this other house paper also. All right, so I'm gonna try to get some of these inside pages covered up, starting I think with this. So here, this will flip open, flip open. I'm almost thinking I could probably add some house paper here, and then we could put in a colored paper on the sides, and I'm almost wondering if this will fit on both sides because I think it will. But then that might be too bright, and maybe I want to do this house paper on the sides. Or, I mean, we have this, we can leave this page here. No, I think I want them on the inside. So I'm gonna cut this directly in half, I think. So this measures 5 7/8, so it's about 2 1/2-ish. Okay, I cut them in half. We have 2 equal pieces, and I think this one piece is gonna go right here under this pocket, and then this other piece is gonna go right here under that pocket. I like it. And then I think I do like this paper though. All right, so then this, I'm gonna cut 2 of those so that these pieces can mirror each other, and they're gonna be 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. Okay, so I think we're gonna have this piece go here and then the same piece on the other side. And then these are gonna get some cut aparts in here, so probably some tags that are gonna be like the off-white color because that's what's in the collection, but I like that. So that's gonna look like that, and even when you open it, it doesn't look so bad. When you close it, and now it's the blue. So I think that looks good. I like that a lot. All right, so that one is done. I feel like I gotta worry about this thing right here. And I think here we're also gonna do the house paper, probably top and bottom. I think I want the pocket to be a floral, and the background might be like the wood grain. So here we are gonna cut 2 pieces that measure 4 7/8 height, by 6 7/8 wide, just like we did that last one, but now instead of the 6 7/8 height, we're gonna cut that wide. All right, so we have this that's gonna go here. So that's going right up there. And this one that's gonna go down here. Beautiful. Oh, you know what? Maybe I wanna do the background with this pattern. Oh yes, I think I like this, yes. So yeah, we're gonna cut the background with that, which is I think 6 7/8 by 6 7/8, yep. Okay, so that's gonna go directly back here. And then we have these 2 pockets. So this one is gonna get a floral. I like this floral right here. So I'm literally just gonna lay this on here, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of that space, like that border space, and then cut it. So I'm just gonna paper clip so that that stays in place. Okay, so that's gonna go right here now. And I need something else that goes here. So that might be either the wood grain or just something neutrally. I mean, I could do the wood grain on an angle. Would that look weird? A little weird, right? I think we're gonna do the wood grain on an angle. So I'm going to all right, so this one's a little trickier. This time I'm gonna cut out the whole entire piece, and then we'll cut him down a little bit after that. Okay, so I have that piece, but he needs to be cut down a little, so I'm just gonna cut off a little sliver. Because we want a border. I think we need another sliver. But I think the rest of this, that looks good because the rest of this fits perfectly. All right, so we have this piece that's gonna go right here. And then this piece that's gonna go on top of that. That looks good, you guys. And then this is gonna close. Oh, I guess we have double wood grain, but that's okay because that's just like a little piece right there. And then this, and then that. So that is pretty much done. Also, we know that this side was done. All right, I gotta figure out, this back is killing me. I don't know what to put in here. We might, wait, this was blue right here. I could cut down this bottom piece to fit on this pocket right here. What was this? 2 1/8, I think, by 3 3/8. Yeah. So let me see if I like that. Oh, 2 1/8, not 2 3/8. No, that's wrong also. Did I cut him at 2? No. Oh no, 2 1/8 is good. I'm going crazy. All right, I mean, that doesn't look bad like that. Or even I could have this guy go upside down. But then I still don't have something for the background. And at this point, I'm thinking maybe like this. Or maybe we just gotta do some more house paper. But, oh, this house paper actually would have looked good. But he's too short. What I can do, I think this is 6 inches, but the thing is, I would need to put some tape underneath there, because otherwise they're going to kind of hit each other. So if I cut this at 6 inches tall, while this will fit under here, the paper, the inserts are going to get caught on this other piece. So I'd have to put some tape underneath that. And this piece would go in also, another 6 inches. Or another thing we could do is split this paper so that there would be a gap underneath it. This is 5 1/8, so 2 1/2 and a little smidge more. So like one piece would go here, one piece would go here, which it could work, but I don't think I'm loving it. To be honest, I think we might need to get rid of that paper. I think that paper is what's bugging me. All right, I'm gonna cut this guy down to 6 7/8. So I think this piece I might like better. Oh, how did I get him too long? Is that not? Oh, because it's not supposed to be 6 7/8. It's supposed to be 6 5/8. Alright, so I think I like that better. And we can use this other scrap just on top here, tying that together. So this is by 3 3/8. But I don't remember the height. So 1 3/4. I mean, we can make it longer because he'll just slide in. So he can be longer. Okay, so I think that looks good like that. And then this will open up, and now we have to figure out this inside because these pages you're gonna see. So I'm thinking that needs to be somewhere of that needs to be green to tie in, I think, some of the greens. Either on this side. Oh, you know what? We have a big enough piece, so we might do that side. Yeah. This piece right here. So I think this is going to be 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. Yeah. Okay, so I think this piece will be big enough. So 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. Okay, so that piece is gonna go right here. That's perfect. And then we still need this piece, which now I'm thinking those could be the same, and I'm thinking we could do either this paper or we could do the black and white, or okay, maybe we could even do this paper underneath. That doesn't look so bad. Oh, we didn't even use this paper yet. Or this one. Alright, so my option is I'm thinking this one, or I'm thinking the black and white. We have some black and white here. Let's see how this would look. Okay, not too bad. Let's see how this one would look. And I think this one's the winner. Alright, so for this piece, I'm gonna need two pieces that measure 3 7/8 by 3 3/8. So 3 3/8 is almost 3.5, so about 7 inches. And what was the other one? 3 7/8? Yeah. So I'm gonna cut this at 3 7/8. No, I'm gonna cut this at 3 3/8. Go all the way down, and then cut these guys at 3 7/8. Okay, that looks good. And then we need something for that little piece right there. And then still the backs of those. But so far, it's looking good, you guys. And to be honest, I might just do the back the same as that other piece. I think we are gonna do them the same, but this time they need to be a little longer. So now they need to be by 4 3/8 instead of 3 7/8. So I'm gonna cut again at 3 3/8 because that's the height. And then we're gonna cut these to 4 3/8. All right, so we have that done, and now we need to figure out this pattern paper right there. I feel like now we need some coral in here, and I'm kind of thinking maybe these should be coral, and I could just use these scraps. That one's not long enough. But I could just use these scraps. I think that looks good. So I'm gonna cut them down to 3 3/8. Yeah, because I think it's 3 3/8 height, if I'm remembering that correctly. And I'm just gonna give it some wiggle room, so I'll cut it down to 1 inch. I don't need that much. This is gonna end up sliding into like underneath the pocket, which is fine with me. So yeah, so it'll go right in here just like that. Yep, I think that looks good. However, now I'm kind of trying to rethink my decision of doing the same paper on the backs of these pockets. I mean, it looks good, right? They look good there. Though I don't know if that's too bright. Oh, you know what? That matches there too much. So maybe we are gonna change that. I think we're gonna change it and not do these guys. Well, that sucks. I thought that looked kind of nice. All right, so we are going to use this. Yeah. So this will fit. I'm gonna cut this down to like not 2 inches because I need this to be 3 and all right, well, let's cut it down to 3 3/8, and then I'll cut this in half. So this is about 1 3/4. I don't really know what half of that is, so we're gonna eyeball. I mean, that wasn't too bad. All right, so I think these are gonna go here instead. Oh, and I like how the line matches up. I didn't even do that on purpose, but it worked out like that, so I always love when that happens. Don't you guys? When a scrap paper fits absolutely perfectly and when things just fit great. So that's gonna be that. Obviously this needs to get magnets here, so hopefully I don't forget to put those magnets there, but that is done. Okay, we have this side to do. Yes, this side. All right. Yep. I don't know what to do with this. Let's see. Okay, we have this black paper, I think we're going to use that maybe as the background. Forget that strip of paper. And so I'm going to cut something that measures probably like 4 1/4. And that's also going to go in the pocket a little, by 6 7/8. So 4 1/4 by 6 7/8. So 6 7/8 here. And then 4 1/4 tall. Or sorry, not 4 1/4 tall. I want 6 7/8 tall, 4 1/4 wide. So this should fit right under there, which it does. All right, and then this will close. So that's what we got here. And like I said before, we are gonna have, well, what happened here? Oh, that's got a scrap piece under there. Like I said before, this is gonna have cut up parts and stuff in here to help keep it closed. So that's gonna add, I think, a little bit of color. And if anything, I was also thinking of just doing like a booklet with some kind of other color, like an insert. So that's always an option. Here, let's add in something else. We gotta cover this up with paper. And that doesn't fit. This would only fit if I decided to add a pocket, which I can do. Add another like scrap here, and that could be a tuck spot, but I'm not gonna do that. Oh, I forgot, this is a Z fold. For some reason, I kept thinking that this just kind of flips like this, which it can, but it's also a Z fold. All right. That is not tall enough. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this scrap for one of the pieces here. Okay, so it needs to be 3 3/8 by 6 7/8. So let's cut this 3 3/8. By 6 7/8. And you know what? We can use the wood grain. I feel like I'm gonna do a floral in there. We could use the wood grain. It's just gonna have to be straight, like a vertical, not vertical. Yeah, vertical. So what was that? 3 3/8 by 6 7/8. So 3. Cannot do it that way. 3 3/8. And then I think I want that blue floral paper in here. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. And then the blue floral paper, we haven't used this yet, but I think it's gonna look so pretty. So again, we're gonna cut this at 3 3/8. By 6 7/8. Yes, that looks pretty full. All right, so then that opens up like that. I think that looks nice. And then this also opens up this way. So now we got to figure out something for that also. I don't know what I want to put there. I was kind of thinking, like, I wanted the houses. Do I have more houses? Got a lot of tags. We're gonna use a lot of tags in here. Oh, you know what? We could use up some butterflies. This is also not my favorite paper. So again, just cutting 3 3/8 by 6 7/8. And then we need one more. So if I spread this out like this, I guess we could get the white over here. And maybe we'll do the other side. Yeah, that looks nice. We'll do this one. So again, last one, 3 3/8. You guys are gonna remember this, this measurement. I've said it like a million times already. By 6 7/8. All right, and I like how that looks. So that goes like that. This opens this way, completely, totally different color scheme, which is fine. This goes like this. This opens up, and then these open up. I'm gonna have to glue down all this paper now. And then this page will be like this with that one. And I think this one was all covered up. Yep. And then we have this page here. This one I think is already all covered up. Oh, I think we still have that first page that's not covered up. Oh, this too. This, we have these pieces here. All right, so this one I'm actually, let's see if those scraps fit, because that would be a nice fit here, and they do not. Okay. That would have been a nice fit. You know what? We haven't used the butterflies in a while. I think the butterflies could go on top and bottom. I mean, I know we just used them on the last page, but that was the last page, and this is now. So I'm gonna cut these down to a 4-inch height, and then I'm gonna cut 3 inches wide, and I'm gonna do this twice. One's gonna be for the top, one's gonna be for my bottom flap. And then I just need something that's gonna go right here in the center. All right, but we got my top and bottom flap, and I really do like this. It's not gonna work. I mean, it can work actually. Let me cut this down to 6 7/8, because if I add in some gold to the outside pieces, that can work. All right, so I have this scrap here. I'm gonna cut him down to 6 7/8 first. And I just want to cut, this looks like little slivers, so I don't really know how much this is. It's a little sliver. It's up to that very first line on my whiskers. We got 2 slivers. And let me paper clip this. So that one could go right there. And then this is gonna work so great. So that will be that inside, and then this closes and that closes. All right, so then all we have left is this page. Again, these don't fit here. I really wish they would. They would look so good. Okay. Okay, I think here we're gonna do, yeah, let's do the words. I can't remember the size of this though, so we gotta measure this again. 3.5 by 3 3/4. All right, 3.5 by 3 3/4. That'll go there. So this guy, I am gonna end up cutting him smaller. So here it needs to be 3.5 height by 3 inches wide. So 3 inches, and you know what? I'm actually gonna add him to this side. Because on this side, I'm gonna do this pattern, and I think that will look nice. So that's gonna be 3 inches by 3.5. And that's gonna go right here. No, what did I do wrong? I did not cut that right, did I? Oh, was this supposed to be 3 3/4? Oh man. It was. So 3 inches by 3 3/4. Okay. So that goes there. I do need a scrap piece on the side here. You can see there's like that space, and this might actually look okay. I don't know if I could get 4 of these, but I'm gonna cut that strip down to a little less than 1/2 inch. And the height is 3 3/4. Yeah, I think I could only get like 3 out of one of these. So we're gonna do just the 2, and that could go there. This one could go here. And then you have the full piece that's gonna go on the inside. And this piece is going to measure 5 7/8 by 4. What are we gonna use for that? I'm thinking this guy. I don't like that with those patterns there. Oh, you know what? Maybe we could use this house because he's long enough. Or, oh, he's not long enough. Okay, what did I say this needed to be? 4 inches by 5 7/8. Yeah. Okay, so cut this down at 5 7/8 by 4, and he's gonna go right here. Okay, so then this flips, that flips, and that flips, and this is gonna have a cut apart in here also, like some kind of insert to keep that closed. But all of these papers are now cut, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue everything together. And as you guys know, I like to use my Barely Art glue, so that's what I'm going to be using to glue everything down. And if you guys are looking to get the Barely Art glue, I have a coupon code, which is my name, Carolina with a K, for 10% off your order from the Barely Art website. They do also have it on Amazon, but you don't get that code on Amazon. You only get that from their website. So I'm gonna be using this. All right, guys, so I glued down all the pages that we had picked out and cut together. Literally everything is in here. We still do have to do the inserts and things like that, and I'll probably be doing that in another video because this one's getting too long and we still haven't even finished this yet. So this is still part of the album. This is on the inside front cover. This is on the inside back cover. So I want to get these done right now. So let's pick out some paper for this. And then I think after that, we'll do the actual front and back covers in another video, and also making all the inserts. So that will be a separate video. But for this, let's see. See, I like this paper, but I'm not liking it. I was thinking of on the inside because this would be big enough, I think, or maybe one of them would be big enough. I'm gonna try to see because I had picked out other paper for the cover, and I had picked this out, but this will also go and match here. But I'm also wondering, like, when it's the blue, it might not match so good. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll just do a plain pattern. And I don't know, I kind of like the blue now for the cover, but we'll decide that in another video. All right, so let's see what papers I have left. Let's see if I have any more. Oh, we haven't used this one. That one actually, I think I like this one. That one will match here, and it will look fine with that also. And you know what? That way it's something different, so that when you open up the pages, when you open these up, it's gonna match to everything. Like this still matches. It's like a toned down green. So I think we're gonna go with that. So I'm gonna put those aside for now. And let's see. We need a piece that measures, oh, we're only gonna have enough for one. 7 3/8 by 7 1/8. So we are gonna need another paper, and you know what? We haven't used this one yet either. Oh my gosh, we used up like most of this paper. That's amazing. Or most of what I had left. I don't know how much I had left, but you guys could count. Let me know in the description how many different papers did I pull out and use. Obviously, I cut into like new sheets and stuff, and I didn't use everything just yet, but I think that would be like a good tell-all. Okay, do I want this one here, or do I want this one here? I think I want this one on the front here. So I think it should be the same. I think it's, what was it, 7 3/8? Yeah, by 7 1/8. So I'm gonna cut both of these. So it's 7 1/8 high. So I'm gonna cut this, and then 7 3/8 wide. So I'm gonna go down to the 7 3/8. We are gonna have scraps left over from this as well, but we may not have as many scraps when we get to doing and making all the inserts. So that's gonna go there. And same thing with this one. 7 1/8. Go down to 7 3/8 now. And then cut at 7 3/8. All right, and that fits perfectly right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these glued down. All right, so that is finished. Actually, we could probably, yeah, we could add in these pages in a little bit. So I'm gonna do these first, and then we could add in our pages onto the hinge. All right, so for this piece, the waterfall, I want to add some kind of seam binding to this. And I'm kind of thinking we could do this color or maybe this one. This one's just a teeny bit darker. Let me see which one matches better. I mean, they're barely different, right? I think I'm just gonna go with the slightly lighter one. All right, so I want to add in my ribbon to this, and I do also want to glue this down on 3 sides because I'm gonna leave it open for a tag. All right, the thing is, do I want to miter and like make the corners at an angle, which I think I might want to do. But first, what size is this? I think this is a 4x4. Yeah. So I'm gonna be able to fit a 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. I'm trying to see which cut apart, stay a while or making beautiful memories. I like the memories, but I already have this there, so we're not going to use that one. But I think the stay a while might look nice. Yeah, I think we might use that one. So I'm going to cut him. All right, and this needs to be 3 7/8 in height. So I'm just gonna cut off another sliver. So this is gonna go here, and then we still need something on the outsides here. And just as a reminder, this is the page that is on that side. So I need to kind of make sure they match a bit. And I'm thinking we could either use this wood grain. You can even use this polka dot pattern that we have on the front cover now. I think I actually might like that. Or we could always just do some gold, or we could tie in some of the greens here. I mean, that doesn't look bad either. Or we could do maybe scraps of this. I think that's too bright for this. Or we also could do this green. No, I think that's too busy. So I'm between this one or this one. And I think I like this one better. So I'm gonna cut this down to 3 7/8. And I don't know, it looks like maybe I need 1/2 inch on each side. I mean, that's supposed to be a 3 inch, so 1/2 inch might be even a little bit too much because we want a little bit of a border, right? But it works, you guys. I do think I'm gonna put this down, and then I'm also gonna put down a little gold sliver as well. Oh, but I didn't, okay, hold on. I'm gonna add in a little strip of glue here. And I'm gonna stick this down right under it. All right, and the reason I stuck it down is because I think I am gonna round these corners. All right, and this one will fit perfectly. Okay, so I'm gonna take my punch and, well, I'm not gonna round it, I'm gonna actually do scallops. So it's easier to scallop, not on a little piece. So that's why I glued that down. And then I'm gonna scallop all of these. All right, and then, okay, yeah, let's glue this down now. So I'm gonna glue this down on 3 sides. I probably should have used my glue with the glue that has less coming out of it. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of glue this down in the center. You saw I only put down glue on 3 sides so that the top will be left open for a tag later on. And we're gonna have scraps, so we'll be able to add in a tag in there. All right, so now I can glue this guy. Nope, can't glue that guy down yet. Now we need to do our seam binding. So I'm just gonna put down some tape here for what looks like the middle. Okay, and I want that to be, I mean, I want it long enough, so it's probably gonna be longer than what I actually need. I'm gonna go like 11 inches-ish. And then I could cut some off later, but it's better to go longer than too short. And I'm just reinforcing that with some more additional tape here. All right, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this bottom piece because it's gonna get covered up with some kind of color here. Like I need to add in some just colored paper onto this waterfall. Just making sure that these line up. And again, I'm just gonna reinforce this with some more tape. All right, and then again for this, I'm gonna cut off another like 11 inches or so. And you guys know I get all of my seam binding from My Scrap Cabin Shop. I'll have her link down below, but I literally have a ton of her colors. I love her seam binding, and I just use it all the time. So here we go. I'm gonna start adding in this. I'm actually wondering if we should just add a strip of gold here and not do this pattern paper, because that might look fine too. So let me grab a scrap. I have this scrap right here. So the height needed to be 3 7/8. And then I'm cutting off like 1/2 inch. So you can just use this piece just like that. I don't know what I like better. So let's try and figure that out. No, I think I you know what? Now I actually think I like it without the gold. So we're gonna do this other piece and glue him down. I also totally glued this on backwards. I meant to do it this way so that it lines up with the other side. So just peeled it back up. And we're gonna stick it back down because I wanted the pattern to line up, like see how the brown was here. I just wanted them to line up. So you guys, this is a really hard collection to match. So we're gonna try to do some more pattern papers. I think I could get one more out of this that I can do in the middle. So we're gonna try and do this. So this is gonna be 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. All right, and I'm thinking that one's gonna go right in the middle here. Ties in some of that other here. Oh, and it lines up. That's fantastic. We might have to do some polka dots because I'm trying to use paper that I have that we had either like cut into. I also have blue. I have this one, but I don't think I want to use that one. Maybe the blue. I have the polka dot blue. This one. Yeah, I think we can make this work. So I'm gonna do 2 of these. So I'm gonna cut this at 3 7/8. And 3 7/8 the other way. It's just a 3 7/8 inch square. So I have 2, oh, but then it's double polka dot. Oh boy. Okay, so maybe we won't do that. I think I'm gonna do it like this. And then maybe I guess we'll use, we could maybe use some of this green. So if I use these 2 pieces here now, hold on, I'm trying to play around with the order of this, and maybe I want the polka dot first. I think we're gonna go with that. And I also think that the tag I'm gonna have coming out from here might be the dark blue. I like the green. I think the blue is a little much, but I don't want to do the other one with more polka dots. So I think that's gonna have to work, because other than that it would be another plaid pattern, but that's not gonna look good. So we're gonna go with this. All right, so I'm gonna scallop all of these. Oh, this bottom one we could have actually made longer. It's okay. We'll just add in a strip here like we're doing with all the other ones. All right, you guys, so that is done. I actually think that looks pretty good. Does it match this the best? No, but it's fine, you guys. Maybe we'll do a coral top. I don't know. We'll see. We do need to do the insides here, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces on the inside. And I mean, I have this wood grain scrap, so we could always use that. You could always make it gold on the inside also. maybe we'll just do gold. Like that fits perfectly. Maybe we'll just do that. I think I'm gonna cut them all down. So they're 3 7/8 inch height by a little bit less than 1/2 inch. It's a great way to use up some scraps, you guys. I mean, it doesn't use up a lot of scraps, but hey, it's something. And I like how it ties in some of this gold with the paper. So we're gonna do the gold. And yes, you could do pattern paper scraps as well. I normally do pattern paper scraps, but I'm just liking the gold. I saw the gold on the blue and I was like, yeah, let's run with it. All right, so that waterfall is finished. We could tie him up now. I'm just gonna cut off a little bit. All right, so that looks good. And let's do the front now. So the front, we had made this in the tutorial part of the video. This is an acetate window, and this is also going to like flip up and down just like that, and this is going to get glued down on 3 sides. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down on the 3 sides first. So this will get a tag behind it as well. Oh, I think last time, oh guys, last time I glued it down on 2 sides. This was a belly band. Well, you know what? Now it's a pocket. So if you just glue it down on the 2 sides, I last time had it as a belly band, which I totally just remembered. And yes, I could lift it back up. I could mat it, but it's fine. It's just gonna be a tag spot now. Okay, so now we need, well, I need paper on the inside and the outside. So this inside piece is going to measure 6 3/8 by 4 3/8, and the flaps are going to be, oh, they're different. This one's 4 3/8, this one is 4 1/8 because this one is shorter. Okay, so let's see what paper will match here. Okay, this guy, he would look nice with a coral border, right? I don't think I have enough coralness to go around. Actually, I might with this, if we cut this down into pieces. Yeah, I think we might see that. Okay, let me take this away. So I'm gonna cut this strip off, and I think these are 1/2 inch. Yeah, so we gotta do a little less than 1/2 inch for all of these, just like how we did for the waterfall. So you can cut out a whole entire square and then cut out the center of the square. Because I don't have a big enough paper for that, I am gonna paper piece this time, but you could do either way. You could do it the same way that I did it to show you guys how to even make this, or you can do it this way. And you could also do different colored scraps. Like, you don't have to do the same color like I'm doing right now. You could do whatever you want. And I have done both ways. So I'm going to cut 2 of these pieces down to 6 and, actually no, I think one of them is going to be 6 3/8. Actually, it should probably even be shorter than that. Because then this other piece is gonna go here. And actually, I mean, they could overlap. Yeah, you know what? I think we're just gonna have them overlap a little bit. And I have done ways where I'm just using scraps and I'm doing that ripping technique. So they barely overlap. But this one, I kind of like how it does look like one paper if I overlap them. Okay, so this one I'm gonna line up to the edge here. All right, and that looks good. It kind of looks like one piece, right, you guys? And that's just because I use the same pattern and one that doesn't really look separated. So that's gonna go here. And again, this is the first page that's gonna go here. And then I need some kind of an inside paper, which I'm not really too sure about what to do. I do like the green, but again, that's not long enough. Oh, you know what maybe we can do? Maybe we could just use the solid green from this large piece of paper. And that would actually look good. So this piece, yeah, I think I want a solid on the back, and then somebody could add a photo in here and they can make it smaller or larger. All right, so 4 3/8 by 6 3/8. I could probably get 2 out of this, to be honest. Just cutting off the florals. All right, so 4 3/8. I'm gonna try to get 2. By 6 3/8, and then 4 3/8 again. Okay, so this one will have a little bit of flowers, but I think it would be good to have maybe on the inside. All right, so we have these 2. The only solid I have that probably matches this collection. All right, so this one could go here, and that will get covered up by this anyway. It's a nice spot to add a photo. Okay. And I was thinking of the same on the inside here. Yeah, I think that looks good. All right, so you have something that looks like this. This is obviously going to have this top piece on it. You could probably just, no, I'm going to add him after. And now we need something on the inside pages. And I have this butterfly that I don't love. So maybe he could go on the top and bottom. I don't know if I have enough for the top and bottom. So let's cut this one down to 6 3/8. Yeah, I don't think I do. So maybe we could just do the one. So it's gonna be 4 1/8, and then that's just gonna go down on this piece then. So if that goes there, oh, I have some of this floral paper that maybe we could use. Yeah, let's see if we could do 2 of these then. So let's see, 4 3/8 by 6 3/8. Okay, and then the other one is going to be 4 1/8 by 6 3/8. I'm just gonna cut that whole thing because that's a little scrap, and 4 1/8. Okay, so this one would go down here and this one would go up here, and I think that looks good. Now before I do any of that, I'm just gonna glue down this bottom piece. But then we also gotta add in a magnet. I think I'm gonna do 2 smaller magnets. And I could have the magnets I used linked down below. I use a combination of the bigger ones and the smaller ones. All right, so that's gonna go up here. So I have, I'm gonna peel back that tape. Okay, so we got the 2 magnets, and peeled back that again so that this can stick to the bottom. This piece is good to go. I wish I could have used like the coral gingham pattern, but it wouldn't have been enough for this piece, but I think that would have looked nice here. Sometimes you just gotta use other paper, even if it's not what would look best, because that's legit all you have left. And then this guy is gonna go here, but I do want another piece of ribbon. Anywhere I had flaps in this album, and I don't do this all the time, but anywhere I had flaps in this album in particular, I decided to add in a little ribbon piece so that the person kind of knows that it opens, but I don't do that all the time. This one I just feel like has a lot of different flaps going in different directions. So I thought I would do that for this album. Put that in the middle, looks pretty good. Okay, and then peel that back and make sure it hangs out a little bit. All right, and then I could peel those back and get this on there. Okay, so that's done, and then the last thing you need here is just to put this piece on there. So I'm peeling back all the foam. Like I said, we did this in the tutorial part of the video. So if you guys didn't do that, go back to that video. Okay. So you just want to line this up as best as possible. Okay, and then that opens up like that, and it's perfection. So then you still have this space where you can add a photo. All right, you guys, so the last thing we're gonna do in this part of the video, I am just going to add in all of my signatures. So as you guys could see, I have the tape already here. I'm gonna peel back one piece at a time, open up where that pocket page is, and get that onto here. I think this needs a little bit more of an angle. So if they don't go on properly, yeah, that's better. If they don't go on properly, just cut more of an angle. No, this needs more of an angle. So I don't know if you guys could see, but that part at the bottom just needs to get cut off a little bit more. So when we do the hinges, we usually miter them so that these pages could go on easily. And if they don't, you just need to do more of an angle. All right, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna press that part down, then peel back the rest of the tape. So that's in there, and then I'm gonna go in, flip it, and pick up that other piece of tape on the other side. Okay, and you're gonna do the same thing for all of these. So now this is the second page. Find where the pocket is, which is right here, because they're all pocket pages. So you can also add in inserts to these. to the page itself. That's probably something I won't do. I don't think I have enough paper. I'll probably barely have enough paper to do all the inserts on the inside. But if you're using like a whole brand new paper pad, that's something you can do. And I need to cut off these at an angle also. So I'm probably gonna have to do that for the last one as well. Cut off some angles. All right. Okay, so they just slide on. Okay. And then once that's on there, press down, then flip and do the other side. Okay, and then onto the last one. And you guys could see I don't go down to the end of the score line because I want the pages to flip, so they're a little farther from the score line, and that's also why I put my tape where I do, because I just want this to cover on the tape. I don't know if you guys could see, I didn't go all the way down to my hinge, and that just kind of allows the pages to flip better. All right, so that is everything. Obviously, we still have inserts we gotta throw in here and whatnot, but that is gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys had fun following along with the paper matting part of the video. Once the other video is up with the inserts, that's when I'll have the updated cutting guide, just so I don't have to do it twice. That way I'll do it once, but I will work on finishing this so you guys could see the insert sizes and stuff that I do as well. All right, so that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.